Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to Path of Exile Heist with LD7, and today we're going to be starting up Act 9, trying to get through the whole thing, not too big of a deal. So we've already talked to everyone in town, so now we just got to go up, find the Basilisk Acid and the Tarthan Powder, both of which are going to be found off through the Descent, or at least that's where you got to go to start with. We're going to see most people will stop out at the Blood Aqueduct and level themselves up to level 70 before proceeding through Acts 9 and 10. I just am going to go straight for completing Act 9 because we are definitely strong enough to do this. So we are going to have to find a different spot, which is totally fine, not a big deal. It should be linked right off of this map, so not a big deal. I'm just picking up these Greaves because we are getting to the end, relatively speaking. Only a few more episodes of this particular build guide. Kind of what I plan to do next. I want to try out an Impale Ground Slam champion that I have seen. It looks like a really fun play style and everything like that, so we're going to give that a shot next. So I'm trying to grind out and pick up some gear that might be useful for that build. It takes a lot of red sockets and stuff like that, so those gauntlets like these are not bad for this. Granted, they have a high item level, I guess, but that's alright. Not a big deal. We're just going to keep pushing through. Just like every other map when you're going through it, just DPS down. Granted, we've got our auras up, so we don't have quite as much unreserved mana to play with, but that's totally fine. We've got way more minions because last time, I believe, we got our... I forget what the perk is called, but it adds an extra zombie, extra specter to the build, which is really powerful. It scales really well. You get it, well, if you follow how I allocated skill points, you get it right before you enter the Blood Aqueduct, pretty much. So it's a nice power boost before you start playing through the last two acts, because stuff does get stronger. That's with most hack and slash games. As you progress through, it gets harder to keep on pushing at the same speed and stuff like that. What I like about this build is, even though stuff gets stronger, we scale at a better rate by and large, so it's not too bad for us, or at least for this build. So we'll keep going, not too bad. We got our passive there. I'll show you where we're going to be working towards on the next passive slot. If you've noticed on our build, our life energy shield is pretty low. We only have 1700 health and then 308 energy shield for a total of like 2000, right? So that's pretty low, all things considered. Like if you've played any other builds before, you know, normally they've got over 2000 health points just raw, plus some energy shield on top of that, especially by this point. So, you know, just be careful. You are very squishy with this build, but normally it doesn't matter because you're doing so much fucking DPS that, you know, everything dies before it gets a shot at you. You just got to be careful and make sure that you're proccing your flame dash the right way and everything like that. Utilize your quicksilvers and other flasks, things like that. Just, you know, pay attention. With that being said, I mean, I hardly ever use this quartz or granite flask just because I typically don't need it. But if you're having trouble sustaining or something like that, popping your quartz or your granite flask is a great way to increase your sustain. So we're going to grab this. I actually will probably pick up this maul and this flask. Might as well take a look. I did a little bit of crafting off cam just on the side, preparing for this Impale character that I'm going to play. Basically, you need a really good two-hander axe. So I fucked around and built a nice quarry chopper that I can equip late game. So I'm pretty excited for the next build, in all honesty. Like, it should be really relatively fun to play. We might do that build guide a little bit different from this one. Like, I kind of want to stream the build, more or less, as we're leveling up, just to kind of keep it more, like, connected in the same spot, I guess. Anyway, so I think this is going to give us the Stormblade right here if we do this little mission. So fuck it, we're going to open it. It spawns like this sandstorm and a bunch of enemies, so just be prepared. You're going to have a fight on your hand. So not the first couple waves, pretty easy. They're just, you know, little mummies, I guess is what they're supposed to be. So not a big deal. Avoid the tornadoes. Then they summon some golem type dudes, which are a little bit buffer, but not a big deal. So there we go. We got the Stormblade. It's a side quest. I know we normally don't waste our time with it, but I figured since we found the area to get it, might as well play with it. That goes off to the Oasis. It's where you can fight another boss, basically. It's like a giant scorpion dude. That boss fight is fucking annoying more than anything else, so I don't know if we're going to do that before we beat the game. Probably not. Just because yeah, I mean, I hardly ever use the menagerie crafting, even on my main build, so I don't think we're going to worry about it. And I don't think we need that Pantheon Spirit. I mean, I don't know why I was talking about menagerie stuff, because it's not even related to that monster, but anyway, not a big deal. I want to say, yeah, the exit's right up here where we need to go. So we'll go into the foothills. We're going to run straight up. I mean, we could apply this passive, but the next two nodes that we get are just a intelligence and a strength node. So they don't really do too much until we can pick up the strength node, because the strength node will allow us to upgrade some of our gems, like our stone golems and stuff like that. So we will apply it, but I might just wait until we get our second skill point, because that's the one that's going to give us the strength points. So anyway, here we go. Got the waypoint. DPSing this dude down. Cool. Got him done. I want to say that, yeah, we still have to exit off. So I think it is up this way. You go through to the Boiling Lake, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've actually played Act 9. Anyway, not a big deal. So let's go through. Drop this kind of stuff. You know, storm brand it up. I don't know. Like, there's not necessarily a reason for us to sit here and screw with all these guys, but I mean, I would like it if my fucking minions would come up here with me. You know, that would be good. I will take this because we need it, and I might actually play this Admiral contract. I think it's one of the few, like, they call them green, or well, I call them green contracts. I don't know if they call them green contracts, but basically they have a higher likelihood of giving you more rogues in your harbor, which, as of right now, I've got all of the skills unlocked except for Deception and Counter Thaumaturgy, both of which I think are held by, like, you can get a character that does both. So I'm hoping that if we complete that contract, we'll actually, you know, get what we need to have all the skills unlocked, because all of the Grand Heists that I have require Deception or Counter Thaumaturgy or both. So I can't actually play them, and I've got like 3 or 4 of them, and I really would like to play them because the Grand Heists are really good at getting you rare or unique items that are just fucking powerful. So it'd be nice to pick up the Deception perk at least, or the Deception rogue at the very least, if not both, or someone that can do both, because I also have a bunch of just regular heists that require Deception that I haven't been able to do yet. So I don't know. It seems kind of odd that they will give you, you know, contracts and stuff like that that require a skill you don't have unlocked yet before, you know, they actually give you the unlock for it. So this is the Basilisk. You got to kill him to get the acid. Afterwards, all these little statue-looking mofos around are going to break open, so you'll have to fight your way out. So the Tarthan powder is back the other way. Like, we got to go back into the foothills, I think. It's kind of what it looks like. So we are just going to portal scroll back to town and take the waypoint back out to the foothills and find the secondary exit. And at the same time, I think we will sell out our inventory here because we got a bunch of stuff we don't really need. We're probably going to sell this Viridian. Yeah, we will. So this mall, not that great. We're going to sell it. Gauntlets, not that great either. So let's just go over to these guys. Oh, this is for the Stormblade, so I don't even know what to pick here. I mean, this Imbued Wand's not bad for like an offhand hold, I suppose, because it's got a green slot on it automatically, or whatever. So we'll take that one, I guess. So the Stormblade quest, not really worth it, I guess, but that's fine. We did it anyway. Sell out all this stuff, drop off our currency inside of our stash, and I guess we will keep this Admiral Records. Do I have both my offhands filled? I don't have either of them filled, so that's fine. There we go. Cool. We can talk to Sin too. This just gives us the Bottle Storm, so that takes us through. There's like a little sandstorm blocking the exit to go kill a monster that you use that on. Not a big deal. We might drop it if it gets in the way of picking up something. I guess we could have applied that passive. We didn't, so whatever. Who cares? Not a big deal. We'll get a second one, and then we'll do both of them at the same time. Kind of like we said. Come on, teleport up here. There you go. Cool. So, not too big of a deal. I am getting excited to finish up this build, though, just because, I mean, I already have a character that's 78, something like that. Same build, Necromancer, with Spectres, so once we finish this series, I mean, I plan to basically not play this character anymore for the most part. Like, I guess if we could, like, this character is supposed to be built with a shield as opposed to dual wielding wands. On my other one, it's a dual wielder, so I guess we could potentially take a look at trying this one out with, you know, actually using the shield the way the build guide that I'm kind of copying suggests or says you're supposed to do. Now, is this... yeah, it's off of this edge, so that's fine. We are going to get this essence, I think, just because when you start actually crafting weapons and you're a few characters deep or whatever, having the essences really can help you get very specific rolls on your gear. So I like picking them up. And even if they're only the lower tier ones, if you sell 2 of the lower tier, you get 1 of the higher tier. So it's still, typically speaking, worth picking up. We might pick up this. We might pick up this. Take this orb. Cool. I'm gonna go this way. Kill all these rocky boys. There is a Trial of Ascendancy we're not going to worry about. So I guess we took a wrong turn. That's fine. Not the end of the world, all things considered. So we're just going to go through, let these guys DPS down for us for a minute, level up some more of our gems. Cool. Keep on pushing. Awesome, awesome. But it is kind of fun. Like, I am looking forward to showing you how strong this build is when we actually fight Kitava in Act 10. Because even, like, I'm not going to say that we're not going to die, because, you know, if I fuck up on my Flame Dash or something, you know, that's how you die with this build. But just to show you the sheer DPS before reach, like, I doubt we'll be level 70 before we fight Kitava. It's just unlikely, based off of what we have left and everything like that. I just doubt that it's going to happen. So, for whatever fucking reason, it wouldn't let me move once we got there. So that was dumb. But that's fine. We just got to recast our auras. So, there we go. We got them all up again, I believe. So, anyway. I hate when it does that. I don't understand why that happens sometimes. Like, you open up a strongbox and then randomly you can't move. It really sucks, though, because I've had so many fucking deaths because of that, that I can't even count them anymore. But not a big deal. It was relatively close to the waypoint, so I guess that's fine. We are getting some more yellow beasts for our menagerie, which is typically pretty good to do because you need them to do the blood altar crafts. You need a lot of the recipes take one specific red monster and then whatever random 3 yellows. So picking up yellow monsters is typically a good call, because it will allow you to do more crafts if that's something you're interested in. I haven't really found a use for it yet, if I'm honest, but whatever, that's fine. Not the end of the world. But there we go. We got all the beasts, so that's cool. We're going to go into the quarry next. And if I'm remembering right, you get the powder from doing like a little mini boss who's kind of fun. I want to say that he is lightning damage based, if I'm not mistaken. So that could be an interesting fight for us. So we're going to grab that. We're going to take these. There is our waypoint, which is good to grab because that's where you go fight the act bosses. Right inside there, you need both the powder and the acid. In order to do it, we're not going to do the temporal incursions because not really a point, in all honesty. Not for this character. You can get, I forget, there's like a specific area of that you have to unlock, and you can potentially roll double corrupt on your gems or armor or something like that, and it increases the level farther. I forget what it is. It's some super fucking obscure metagame bullshit thing that doesn't really matter. You don't have to do that in order to win, especially with this build, just because it's so fucking strong. Anyway, let's see. We got the yellow taken down. I forget where the boss is, and it might actually be, so like if we look at this, yeah, we do need to go off the edge of the map. It's probably over in this direction. You can kind of tell what way you need to go based off of the direction of the waypoints, or like how they're linked on that map. So like since it's off above, it's probably up this direction, and look at that, there it is. So we go into the refinery, and I don't know if the refinery is actually just like a boss arena, or if you actually have to clear some stuff first. Yeah, it looks like you gotta clear some stuff first, which is fine, not a big deal. We can handle that. But you do fight the mini boss inside of here, I want to say. Which, he can be tough, because he does have like several one-shot type things, or at least for this build he has several one-shot things. So watch out for those lightning coils, they will kill you. So bear that in mind if you're running the map. Don't accidentally step through those coils, you will have a bad day. Anyway, not too big of a deal. Cool, getting those guys dealt with. So normally he is inside of one of these little buildings. There will be like a room you have to walk through, and then it closes up or something like that, if I'm remembering right. I don't think there is actually like a secondary map you gotta go off into. Yeah, he is just off of the refinery map, but he's in a specific location. So this is it. This is the guy, Adius or whatever. So what's interesting about this one is these. So periodically, the lightning will change where it's being distributed from. So just bear that in mind. You don't want to get zapped by it because it will slow you and it will hurt you a lot. So I don't know why like half of my zombies aren't in here with us, but that is really fucking annoying because it means that it's going to take us a while to kill him, or longer than it should. So we die, that's fine, whatever. We'll just re-up our auras, and so hopefully all of our shit comes in this time, because you know that helps us a lot on DPS. So it looks like our zombies actually came in with us this time, so that is good. So there we go, got him taken care of. Then you go in here, you click on that, you get the Tarthan powder, and then you basically got to take that to Sin. So we're going to go back to town, clear out our inventory, and then I believe we fight or get to at least the arena for the Act 9 boss. So talk to Sin, he'll have both ingredients, so he'll meet you out off of the quarry waypoint. So we'll go meet him over there in just a moment. I just want to sell some of this garbage that we're not going to use, so we have a little bit more room in our inventory just in case there's some good drops. We are getting close to the 20-minute mark, but I'm going to see if we can't you know, finish off the act in one episode this time as opposed to two. Just, you know, just to see. Sometimes you can do it, sometimes you can't. It just is what it is. So I'm going to drop off these contracts too. And, I mean, we can take this. That's fine. Doesn't necessarily matter. So we got to go to the quarry right here. And this is going to open up this giant thing right in the middle. You talk to Sin. He'll cast some fucking thing. This will disappear. And and then you go in, so to the belly of the beast. And I'm trying to remember if this just, like, you just have to go through. So we got to reach the black core again, similar to Act 4. It's, you know, Act 9 is basically the harder version of Act 4, more or less, so not a big deal. Same maps, basically. So just kind of clear this out and go. I think we are going to try to do Act 9 in just one episode, because I think we can. We don't have much left. Basically, once we get through this Belly of the Beast map, I think we enter the arena. I think. So the black core is the arena for the... Oh, I don't know what killed us there. Interesting. And kind of aggravating, because nothing... I mean, we had full health and energy shield, so what the fuck, but whatever. Sometimes I just, like, randomly die for no reason, or, like, I can't identify why we perished or whatever, and that is frustrating, very frustrating, because it's like, alright, what the hell. So I'll take the silver coin, because that's always a good currency item. It's probably because we're running too far ahead and these guys are doing, like, bleed effect or something, is my guess. I don't know. Anyway, not a big deal. We should be getting close-ish. We'll kill this yellow guy, though. Just for fun. These little spider bitches are fucking annoying. Because they don't just do one type of damage is why they're annoying, I think. I think they do frost and chaos at the same time. Or something like that. So we'll kill this big dude that's right here, I suppose. I don't know if that's actually required or not, but it was kind of fun. Anyway, so we must have taken a wrong turn. It's back down this way, I guess. Not a big deal. Once we get to the black core, I mean, fighting the Act 9 boss shouldn't be that big of a deal for us. Like, this build is pretty fucking good at bossing. So yeah, something has fucking bleed effect that hits really fucking hard. Yeah, so that's why you want a staunching flask. I don't actually have one, I guess. Basically that means if you get bleed effect on you, it'll stop bleeding you. Because bleed effects can be really fucking painful, because they keep doing damage over time. So, alright. I guess we went completely the wrong way. Must be up here. Okay. So, is my health potion gonna actually give me health, or just kind of chill there? Really, we should have a better flask by now, but we don't, so it is what it is. Not the end of the world, but it'd be nice if we had a stronger light pot. Alright. So, anyway, we are getting close. We can get through Act 9 and then keep progressing like we do. So I'm thinking it's probably up this way. Yep, looks like it. So Rotting Core, we're going to apply this skill point because we actually go in. We're going to go for this life node, devotion, and then one more life node. Yes, we're going to apply the passives. And that should help buff or make us a little bit tankier or survive a little bit better, hopefully. I mean, it added like an extra 100 life, I guess, so it's not that much, but it's enough. So there is one of those things. I'm going to avoid it because I really don't want to deal with it, in all honesty. They're good to do because you get, like, different rewards and stuff like that, and sometimes they're fairly valuable. But here's the black core. This should be the arena, so we're going to talk to Sin. He's going to do this. Oh, that's right. You got to kill the 3 spears before you fight the boss. All right, so you know what? Since we're at 25 minutes... we're going to go ahead and call this episode here for today. In the next one, we're going to go through and do Dodra's boss fight, Malagro's boss fight, and Chavron's boss fight, and then the Act 9 boss overall, which is a combination of all 3, if I'm remembering right. So this is just getting started with Act 9. We made it all the way to the Black Core, which is basically the boss arena. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like, comment, subscribe as always, and until next time, this has been LD7, and we will see ya.